Great job, Tyler. Up here, because now we're going to have our very, very special guest join us. And Mr. Lyons, if you'll come on up, and Miss Dawson, if you'll come on up with me, please. And Taylor, if you'll come forward, please, as our student council president.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? And welcome.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here.
Well, we're just delighted to have you here. Now, first of all, let me introduce Taylor Farrell,
Hi, Taylor.
who is the president of our student council, Mr. Mike Lyons, and Miss Darlene Dawson,
We
who
met
is our
just a moment
teacher.
ago.
Yes, I know you have, and I think Miss Dawson about knocked you down one day at a gas station. You don't even remember that.
Well, those are things you like to forget.
But anyway, you were in our area, and she said that she met you at the gas station.
Okay.
So welcome back. Well, Mr. Lyons, we are delighted that you are here this morning.
Well, thank you very much. It's a thrill for me to be here, too. I was invited by Tyler, who is one of my weather watchers, and who did an outstanding job on the weather this morning. And like me, he's never made a mistake forecasting the weather. Right, Tyler? Although, he's got a little pointer, and I'm going to have to get myself one of those pointers, because that is just a great way to do the weather.
Well, you know, schools are known for pointers. Whether it's this way or that wooden stick, I don't know.
This is my first time at Savannah Ridge, and you have a beautiful school here in a beautiful part of Port St. Lucie, and it was really nice to come in this morning. It was a beautiful morning to drive up. The weather was great, and it's great to be here today, and I'm going to be speaking to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders here in a short period of time. So I thank Tyler, and I thank you, Dr. Bush, for inviting me today. It's great to be here.
Well, you're very welcome, and I just want to ask you this for all of our students. When you were a young boy going to school, did you want to work in TV and work as a meteorologist and a weatherman?
Pretty much, yeah. I knew pretty much early on that it was something I wanted to do because, like Tyler, I always had an interest in weather and an interest in science, for example, specifically. And I was always interested in television as well. And I grew up in Ohio, and back then in Ohio they had a lot of local television shows. So I was able to watch a lot of local television, and I got interested in television and meteorology. And I got lucky. I got to do what I really wanted to do, and I'm very fortunate because I have a job I really love, like all of you guys. You know, when you love what you do, it really makes it very enjoyable. And I really am very fortunate. I work at a great television station with the wonderful people, and it's just fun for me to come to a school like this and visit and kind of share some of the things I've learned over the years.
And we know that you do go to schools throughout Palm Beach County.
And St. Lucie County and Martin County. Next week I'm going to a school in Vero Beach. So I love to go to schools and talk to kids and talk to administrators and teachers.
Kevin does too. I listen to Kevin every morning, so he wakes me up in the morning.
Kevin is Kevin Skarupa, our morning meteorologist. He's a wonderful young man. In fact, we're working on a program hopefully that we can institute next year that is a specific program for schools that in addition to what we normally do, maybe take it a step further. So that's something that you'll be hearing about later.
Maybe something on the internet would be good that we can...
Right, because our website is pretty extensive, but we'd like to add some stuff on the internet. You're right there.
Well, that's wonderful, and certainly we are very proud of Tyler, and we are delighted that he's joined our show. And normally we only have students in 4th and 5th grade who participate as newscasters and operate our camera equipment. But because of his profound interest in the weather and the fact that he is a feature, we decided to add him, and we're hoping that at some point in time we'll get some other students who'll be interested in doing that also.
Well, Tyler is a great weather watcher. Every day when I call him, roughly around 4 o'clock, he checks the temperatures for me and the wind speed and gives me all this information, and we talk about what's going on weather-wise, not only here but across the country. So it's always enjoyable to talk to Tyler each afternoon.
Now, isn't that neat, boys and girls? I bet you didn't know that Tyler and Mr. Lyons speak to each other every afternoon. Just like Tyler has a job at Savannah Ridge, just like every one of you have a job, he has a job helping Mr. Lyons to make sure that the weather is reported accurately for our area. Well, we're going to be moving to the cafetorium in just a few minutes, but before we do, Taylor, would you like to present Mr. Lyons with his Savannah Ridge shirt? Now, we've got that made especially for you.
Boy, this is beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, it even has my name on it.
Oh, of course it does.
Wow.
Of course it does.
So Tyler can't wear
Wow.
No.
This is beautiful. I mean, I go to schools and they give me a T-shirt or a shirt, but not many schools put my name on it. In fact, this is the first time it's ever happened. So thank you very much.
Well,
thank you very much.
Well, we're just delighted, and we know that you'll enjoy wearing that. Do you play golf?
I don't play golf, but I'll have the opportunity to wear this
Oh,
on
I'm
many
sure
times.
you will.
And I'm going to
Okay.
show it tonight on the 5 o'clock news and tell everyone
Ooh.
all about my visit to Savannah Ridge today.
Oh, boys and girls, make sure you're watching this evening at 5. Now, we're going to have to turn the TV on here, Miss D, because we sure want to see that. Well, we do appreciate it once again.
My pleasure.
All right.
Thanks for having you with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, now, to all of our Savannah Ridge Sandhill Cranes, we've had a delightful time this morning on the WSRE News Show, as we always do every morning, but it's so nice to have a special guest with us. Also, yes, we can. There's a request. Can we view Mr. Lyons live throughout our school on Channel 21 this morning? We will have it on. So teachers, everybody can see Mr. Lyons presenting to our 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students. That's the beauty of technology. You know, it's throughout the school. And certainly we want everybody to be able to have the opportunity to view that. So yes, you may tune in. And remember, everyone has a job at Savannah Ridge. Everybody. Now, you're dressed for success. We saw those shirts tucked in. We saw those shoes tied. Remember, you came to do your job. Whether you're a student or an employee or a visitor, every one of us has a job to do. Make sure that you are doing your job to the best of your ability. Stop and think. Your mouth, your hands, your feet belong to you. Make good choices. On behalf of myself, Ms. Dawson, Onessa, Taylor, Mr. Lyons, Mr. Bergner, Mr. Gallick, Ms. Line, Mr. Ramming, Tyler's family, and Tyler, and the members of our WSRE News team, have a super day at Savannah Ridge.